I'd also like to thank for all your support and help with this conflict. King William! Looks like somebody is, worried. The enemy is on their way. But they're attacking from the sky. An aerial attack? Looks like it. Yep. We see enemies that are in the sky right now. And looks like they are heading their way towards Midgard since they lack aerial support. Or, you know, flight. So yeah, we're gonna have to take care of this one way or the other. And get the catapults up running as soon as possible. As Lysen says. And King William says that he can't desert his people in the great hour of need, so he will stay here and make sure, you know, he remains as commander-in-chief of this battle. Anyway, they are in danger. We've got to do something about it, as Clarth says. And we're going to go outside and we're going to see what we can do to try and help them. You who wield the Gungnir, its importance is beyond your comprehension. It's that same woman's voice that we heard in Alvanista before we went to find Edward. Kless, where are you going? I thought I heard a woman's voice. Are you feeling okay? I didn't hear anything. Uh-oh. A portal! No portal references, please. And he disappeared. And Mint collapses because she is grieving for Kless, who has disappeared out of nowhere. And since everything is kind of going haywire at the moment, now is not the time to mourn, as the soldier says. But this place that we are at, it looks very strange, so let's go up north to see where we are. Did Dhaos send you here? No, I work for Odin. I'm a Valkyrie. Odin? Valkyrie? So this woman is a Valkyrie, and we're inside the Tower of Odin, which is in the country of Freyland. And this woman is trying to get back the Odin spear, Gungnir, as she said that the humans claimed it for themselves, and she says that if we give the weapon back to her, then she will reward us greatly, or she will compensate us. But Kless has an idea, as he's going to ask for her to see if we can borrow the horse. You know, since this whole thing with the enemy attacking from the air is going to happen very shortly. And the Mistech cannon is at full capacity, and it's getting ready to shoot out at the enemies that are attacking from the sky. But something tells me this is not going to be a really good idea. And you'll see why very shortly. And that huge wave of enemies was decimated, but that still wasn't enough. Or that still isn't going to be enough, let's put it that way. And there's Martel with the forest creatures inside the spirit forest. As she says, mana is disappearing as the Mistech cannon, it actually consumes vast amounts of mana. And Lysen says that looks like we're going to give the cannon another blast, but the Mistech cannon is overheating or overloading, and it has been destroyed. And it looks like mixing in science with magic was not a good idea after all. And it definitely doesn't seem, you know, it definitely seems that's the case. If only Kless were here. And there is Kless, as he brought the horse with him, the winged horse. Yep, it's him. And where did you find that beautiful creature? Archie doesn't look like... Well, it looks like Pegasus is going to lend Archie his power to make sure that she stays with us once we fly upwards to fight against the enemies, which is commencing right now. So Kless and Archie are the only ones who can fight in the sky, and we have Pegasus at our side to use in this battle. And notice how Pegasus doesn't have the extra legs. I'm not sure whether or not if that's actually the name of Odin's horse, because Pegasus was actually a part of Norse mythology, but I could be Oh, I mean, he wasn't part of Norse mythology. He was actually a part of Greek mythology. I could be mistaken either way, but I'm not sure if Odin's horse has an actual name. So we'll just refer to Pegasus as this game calls it. And once we're in the sky, notice that Mint is not with us, and we're going to have to solely rely on healing ourselves with apple gummies and orange gummies and melange gummies and all that. And we have to heal the poison that these enemies sometimes arm on themselves. And as I said, make sure that you keep Archie, make sure that Archie still has the ray spell equipped on her only. Because if she started using other spells while in the sky, then she's going to have a problem trying to fight against these enemies. And here are a couple of Charons. And these guys will absorb any type of magic. So regardless of whatever magic that we use, they're going to heal themselves. So we want to make sure that we defeat them quickly before Archie starts to use the ray magic again. And sometimes Charon can disappear to different places, but just stay patient and just attack normally instead of like doing running jumps or anything like that. And yes, sometimes Charon can be a little bit of a jerk for using the Thunderblade on us, because it does deal a good amount of damage towards the hit points. Okay, go ahead and finish you up. And don't disappear on us! Ugh. Finish you up. Hurry! Okay, we finally got it, and we can move on forward. They gave us 1,500 experience, not bad. And notice how we're wielding Gungnir for this battle, as it's the only weapon, that's required to fight these enemies in the sky while we're riding on Pegasus. Yeah, we can use the ray spell when we're fighting against the other enemies, but for Charon, nope. And depending on which version of this song is better, for me, it's a tie between this one and the PlayStation version. No doubt about it. I mean, the PlayStation version, it actually sounds pretty good, but this one doesn't sound too bad either. So it looks like these are equal in terms of the in terms of how well made the song, this tune is. Okay, let's finish this up. And there's Charon again, and he's disappearing on us. Stay. There you go. Okay, there's one more battle that we have to fight before we take on the enemy general. And notice how we're going up in the sky, the Mode 7 graphics take place. The world's kind of, the world map is kind of shrinking in the background. But in the PS1 version, the background doesn't shrink or anything like that, because the world map that we travel on is fully rendered in 3D, but when we're fighting, in the sky battle, then it's exactly, the same as if you would see on a regular map like this or in the GBA version. Okay, we finally defeated that set of enemies, and now we're going to fight against the enemy commander. And Ishrantu is back. So pretty much when you're fighting this enemy, you want to make sure that you're using light-based spells again. Well, especially when you're fighting against this boss, and you want to be careful of the fireballs that this boss wields when you're riding on Pegasus. Even though they're pretty weak, they will try to get you at a vulnerable spot, or they will try to make you stumble, or no, was it stumble? What's the other word you could say? I can't remember, but regardless, we just need to defeat this enemy nonetheless, and that shouldn't be that much of a problem because Ishrantu's attacks are pretty weak for the most part. Oh, stagger! That was the word I was looking for. But I should have took back what I said, because the Firestorm, that put on a pretty hefty punch on Kless. So yeah. Ugh. Jerks. I pretty much just want to focus. Bollocks! Hopefully this is the end of you. Yes, it is. We can finally focus on Charon. Notice how this boss loves, or notice how this enemy loves it. No, 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 don't do that. Ugh, you silly girl. I guess it can't be helped. Oh, and he's at a low spot too, so we can't even hurt him. Oh, no, 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 stop it, Archie. Ugh, come on. Finish it up, about right now. Thank goodness. That gave us over 7,500 HP, and Kless gained a level, and so did Archie. Nice. So we finally completed the second half of the Valhalla War, or the Valhalla Conflict. And Pegasus says that he was just only helping on Odin's request, and he will be taking Gungnir with him back to his master. So we no longer have Gungnir in our possession, and Lysen appreciates our help once again. But it's too early to rest now because Dhaos is still out there. So, looks like the battles are over for now, and Lysen gives us a book of spells that Edward left inside the castle for Archie to use, and we finally learned the Indignation spell, which is probably the most powerful thunder-based spell that we can get in the game, which has been a staple for the Tales games throughout the series. Anyway, since we have completed the second half of the Valhalla War, or the Valhalla Conflict, I think now is probably a good time to where we can go ahead and we can wrap up this episode. So anyway, gamers, next time on RRPG Let's Play with Tales of Phantasia on the Super Famicom, we are going to go to Dhaos' castle and complete one of the objectives that we came to do when we came to the past. So, yeah, we're going to have a long trek to go through the castle, but we'll make sure we try to get through it in one setting. Well, instead of, having to go back and forth, but we'll probably have to divide the whole thing with Dhaos Castle into 2 episodes, but we'll see how far along we get along with the, the progression. But regardless, if you haven't, why do I keep saying regardless? But anyway, if you have not done so already, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter with the links in the description. And if you like what you saw in this video, be sure you rate this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave comments below to let me know what you guys thought of the episode. And be sure to check out the links for Operation Rainfall with their official homepage, their Facebook and Twitter accounts, so that way you can follow them if you want to get the Wii RPGs, Xenoblade Chronicles, The Last Story, and Pandora's Tower are localized for the US, since they are getting a localization in Europe and they're already released in Japan. But for North America, we still don't get jack squat from those, we still aren't getting jack squat from Nintendo to make sure that those games release over here. So make sure you put in your strong word that you want those games to be released over here. Anyway, take care of yourselves, gamers, and I'll see you on the next episode. See you guys then.